I wasn't born into her arms. The painful story of Osman Ghazi and his foster mother, Sugaye Hatun. When we speak of great leaders, we often forget the women who raised them. Not always mothers by blood, but by love. This is the heartbreaking story of Osman Ghazi, the founder of the Ottoman Empire, and the foster mother who raised him, Sugaye Hatun. A cry in the tent, a silence in the heart. It was a cold night. The stars were hidden, and the wind howled across the plains like a mourning mother. Inside a small tent in the K tribe, a baby's first cry echoed. That child was Osman, son of Ertugrul Bey and Halima Sultan, a child destined to change history. But his first cry was followed by silence, the silence of a mother's heartbeat that would never beat again. Halima Sultan, the noble and brave wife of Ertugrul, had died giving birth to Osman. Her last breath left as her son took his first. He would grow, not with his mother's lullabies, but with the painful absence of her touch. "You will be my son." In the same tribe, there was a woman of deep kindness, Sugaye Hatun, a quiet figure, always caring for the poor, feeding the hungry and comforting the sorrowful. She had lost her own child to illness many seasons before. Her arms were empty, but her heart still full. When she heard about Halima Sultan's death, she entered the tent, her eyes filled with tears. She looked at the tiny baby wrapped in a piece of soft wool. She held him gently and whispered, "You have lost your mother. Let me become yours. You'll be my son." From that moment, Sugaye Hatun became more than just a caretaker. She became Osman's world. Raised by tears and courage, Sugaye Hatun raised Osman with the love of a mother and the strength of a soldier. She taught him to walk, to speak, to ride a horse, and most importantly, to believe in justice. Every night, she would sit by the fire, holding Osman close, whispering stories of his mother Halima. "Your mother was brave. She dreamed of seeing you grow into a great leader. I will protect that dream." But in her heart, she wept silently, because no matter how much love she gave, she knew Osman had never known his real mother's face. Osman's words that still break hearts. Years later, when Osman had grown into a strong and wise young man, a poet once asked him about his childhood. Osman, with moist eyes, answered, "I was not born into my mother's arms. I was born into her grave. But Allah set me another heart to live in, Sugaye Hatun. She didn't give me life, but she gave me a reason to live." His voice cracked as he said the words. The audience went silent. Forgotten by history, honored by hearts. Today, Sugaye Hatun is not remembered in many books. She didn't fight in wars. She didn't wear a crown. But she fought a different battle, the battle of healing a broken child. And in doing so, she helped shape one of the greatest empires in history. Because behind every warrior is a woman who loved him before the world did. A legacy of love. If Halima Sultan gave the world Osman's blood, Sugaye Hatun gave the world his heart. And perhaps that is why, even today, when people speak of Osman's justice, mercy, and strength, they are unknowingly speaking of the woman who raised him from pain into power. A woman whose name deserves to be remembered. Sugaye Hatun, the forgotten mother of a legend. Did this story touch your heart? Share and subscribe to honor the women who raise us, whether by blood or by love.